Okay, laws for exponents part 2. So, may tatlo pa taka laws na wala na takol. So, continue diretso Okay, so the first one is this. So, what if you see a certain number or variable ng iya nga exponent negative? So, I think from the previous video, we have shown you one example. Let's make an example wherein nagamit naton ang nagligad nga laws kagamitan tani ang bago nga law. So let's say x to the fourth y cubed over x squared y raised to 5. Alright. So kagina or sa previous nga example naton, we say that that's x raised to 4 minus 2, di ba? So subtracting exponents. Now you have y cubed minus 5. So, if we simplify this, this becomes x raised to 2, y raised to negative 2. But, you know that any number or variable raised to a negative exponent, may mo reciprocal niya. So, when you simplify this further, this becomes x squared over y squared. Okay? Yeah. Okay. So, this one is pretty simple. Let's move on to more complicated things. What if, a certain number or variable nga may exponent na nga daan raised to another exponent? Ang iya sini nga answer should be a raised to m times n. Okay. I think in your module nakita nyo that may isa pa gid ka separate nga law, which is just a b raised to n. Okay? Ang iya sa ito nga answer was a raised to n, b raised to n. That just means that the exponent outside the parenthesis, i-distribute mo siya sa sulod. No? So, permila ko kagina, pero sa previous nga video, muna na, niyara kita sa invisible, dili nga exponent nga 1, di ba? Ang n niya ni, ma-distribute na sulod. So, 1 times n is just n. So, amo na siya nga naging mo a raised to n, b raised to n. So, for example, gaan ka mo be x, y cubed squared, no? Ang 2 nga exponent, i-distribute na sa sulod. So, si x niyo, may 1 na din nga invisible. So, matabo na x raised to 1 times 2. And then y, follow tanan ni nga loho. So, that's 3 times 2. Siya niyang sagwa, di ba? And then simplifying this becomes x squared y raised to 6. Then, okay. And another one. B. X. Muna ko x. Islanta. Islanta na. U to the fourth. V to the third. UV. Letter T. Raised to ay, naikar na lang. Squared lang liwat. Okay. So now distribute squared to the variables inside. That makes it t squared u 4 times 2 v 3 times 2 simplified. It's t squared u 4 times 2 is 8 v 3 times 2 is 6. So final answer. Boom. Yeah. Okay. Basi, may pamangkot ka mo, miss. Does this also apply to variables which are negative in fractions? Yes. Check ko lang dahil ang next na to. Okay. What if x, y cubed raised to 1, negative 3. Negative 3. So, distribute siya po na exponent. X raised to negative 3, di ba? Y raised to 3 times negative 3. Simplifying this gives you x raised to negative 3, y times negative 9. And write this down as 1 over. Kay duwa sila kabilog na negative, subot silingon, duwa sila ara sa dalom. X cubed and then y raised to 9. Okay? Gamay nga pagbaylo. What if? What if lang? So, what if ang negative na to diriyo negative man? No? So, ang x naton mapabilin nga negative 3. Pero si y, ang iya sine-exponent, negative 3 times negative 3. So, simplifying, x negative 3, y raised to negative 3 times negative 3 is positive 9. Ang mapabilin sa babaw as the numerator is y raised to 9 and our denominator is now x cubed. Okay? Okay. Erase. As for fractions, let's just finish the next law and then palata na siya dayon, secret. Ibalik ko lang na Japan na. There, our last law. So what if mayara kita sang duha ka to sinigani bases with their own exponents and they are raised to another exponent? It's the same as the previous example. So ang ato nga exponent outside the parenthesis, ma-distribute gid na siya sa bilog na expression whether it's the numerator sa babaw or the denominator sa dalom. So, xy cubed over, let's say, x squared raised to, simple na lang squared. So, ang squared natin distributed to all of them. This gives you x squared, y, 3 times 2 over x, 2 times 2. And then, that's x squared, y raised to 6, and then x raised to 4. But, hindi danay pagbutang i-box. Kay dapat madumduman mo sa previous nga lesson naton, masimplify mo pa ni further. Because you have 2 x's here, di ba? Di ba may law kita nga subtracting exponents? So, ang matabo sina, ang x naton, diin makadto sa babaw o sa dalom. So, dapat alert ka kung diin ang mas dako exponent, dra na siya makadto. So, mas dakong exponent sa dalom. Okay? So, ang matabo si y raised to 6 pabilin sa babaw, pero si x makadto sa dalom, and then it's 4 minus 2 or just 2 minus 4. Kay negative ang answer mo, manaog ka man Japon. So, amo na paminsaron mo subong. Sinong mas dako sa dalom? Okay, da siya makadto. So, 4 minus 2 gives you 2. Alright? Amo ni siya ang final answer. Okay. Sa pagig-example, B. UV cubed over T squared V to the fourth cube. Okay. So, let's distribute 3 to all the variables inside the parentheses. You have U cube, you have V. Kung na pagsulat, you know that 3 times 3 is 9 over T. 2 times 3 is 6. V. 4 times 3, you know it's 12. But, hindi danay mag-box in it. This is not the final answer. Now, look at this. Do you have other U's? Nope. Just copy that. V. Oh, mayroon sa isa pa ka V. Kabalo kita nga 12 is larger than 9. So, okay, ang V naton makadto ni siya sa dalom. So, don't write that. Not yet. T. Siya lang may isa, so copy that. So, V, this dalom. So, bong. 12 minus 9. 3, di ba? Okay. So, ang final answer naton, U cube, T to the 6th, V cube. Okay. So, that's that for all these laws. One law nga wala naton siguro na-include sa module, or maybe I did, I forgot, is the fraction exponent. So, fractional. Kay most of them are integer exponents. Meanwhile, pati fraction siya. So, x raised to 1/3 will give you x, sulatan mo na nga daan, and once makita mo fraction, butang ka na daan sa root nga symbol. Ang aton nga sa dalom, siya na ang makadto sa gwa. And ang ini siya, makadto ni siya sa diri. So, simplifying this, cube root ni siya sang x. Siguro, ang pinaka-familiar sa inyo would be u raised to 1/2 example. I think a lot of you know that any variable raised to 1/2 is the square root of that variable. So, di nagkadtong 2, di nagkadtong 1. So, like I said, ang denominator sa inyong exponent siya na ang sa dalom. Ang numerator sa inyong exponent siya ni ang sa sulod. Okay? Since there's no need to write the exponent nga 1, di ba? Di mo na siya makita. And as for square root, you know right away nga 2 na that. Hindi niyo pagsulat. Don't be a kid. Don't be a child. Asawa na siya. What if, ano pa yung letter? Z. Raised to 2/3. Yeah. So that's Z. And then, ang sa dalom, siya ning sagwa. Ang sa babaw, siya ning sa sulod. So, it's the cube root of Z squared. Oh, nalipat ko. Draw boxes. Good practice. Be a good person. So, amo na siyang fractional exponents. Up next, in the third video, examples pagid sa dupareho sa aton activities. Yeah. Okay.